You spent your summer break playing video games, hanging out with your boys, playing football and binge watching Netflix from morning to late nights, and oops, your mother reminds you that it's school next week. A painful reminder that you will spend another year incarcerated in the prison known as the public school system. No more staying up until 6 AM as that's when you wake up, my boy. Okay, let me chill, but in all seriousness, going back to school feels like the universe's cruel joke after a blissful summer of freedom. Just when you've gotten used to the late mornings, endless Netflix binges, and hanging out with your boys without a care in the world, reality crashes in. You have to return back to school. Oh my days, you wish this day would never come, but it came. So you try to think of plans to avoid going to school. You plotting and scheming. Your first plan is to pretend that you're sick. But really and truly, your parents ain't buying that garbage because it does not take a genius to know that you're clearly using that as an excuse not to go to school. So you scrap that terrible idea and plot another one. Your next plan is to make it seem to your parents that you're going to school, but really you're just going somewhere else throughout the whole school hours. Then when school ends, you're gonna return home acting all innocent to your mother. Sneaky, sneaky boy. But again, I'm sorry to break it to you, but that is also a bad idea, as you think them teachers ain't gonna call your parents about you not showing up. My friend, you just put yourself in a bad position, and by the time that you get home, what you're gonna be welcomed with are those African parents' whoopings of your life, bro. You would wish that you never done that, trust me. So finally, you actually come to terms with the fact that you actually have to return to school. You've seen the back to school advertisements, you're in a state of extreme dread. Your parents seen the back to school advertisements and your parents are excited as ever. My son is returning to school. He's gonna be a freshman. Look how our wonderful son grows so finely. You're just having that screw face, man. You don't want to return to school, but you don't have a choice, man. So your mother takes you to the back to school aisles in the superstore to grab some new school outfits, school equipment, and some school shoes. Preparing for school outfits varies depending on where you live. It's either two options. Number one, either you're grabbing school uniform or you're grabbing your own school outfits.
Me personally,
I would prefer grabbing new school uniform because if everyone's wearing the same thing, no one's gonna judge you on how you dress. And I know some of you will say, nah, dress how you wanna dress. Why you caring about what other people think? But it ain't as simple as it sounds though. You're going to be self-conscious about your outfit. It will always be at the back of your mind even if you don't want it to. So if everyone's wearing the same thing, it removes that inconvenient factor of being self-conscious or getting judged. Plus you don't have to spend hours deciding on what to wear all the time. So wearing uniform is a win in my opinion. But if you can wear your own clothes to school, then I would say wear whatever you want. But bro, if you're going to wear stupidness like this, or this, don't be surprised if kids at school start staring at you or even worse, violate you and laugh at you with their friends. Oh, trust me, it's most definitely going to happen. So you might have to firm that, I'll be honest with you. If I had a say about outfits, wear whatever you want, but not this, okay? Alright, now is the day before school, the last day of summer break. The day before the vicious cycle of the school matrix. You're probably reflecting on your summer. Some of y'all played a lot of sports, probably traveled to France, hanged out with friends, went to festivals and did everything to your heart's desire. And some of y'all just stayed home and chilled throughout the whole summer. But what's in common for all of y'all is that reality is coming. And the reality is that school is tomorrow. It's that time of the year. For some, it's fine and they can live with it. But for most, it's their worst nightmare. Speaking of nightmares, it's the night and you can't even sleep as the inevitable reality that's coming to you is too much to handle. It's 6 AM. It's time to get ready. You can't snooze because if you do, you're going to be late. And if you're late to school, your mother is going to deal with you. So you wake up, staring at the wall, contemplating your whole life. But you think to yourself, whatever, as what can you do? So you go take a shower, you cream yourself and you grab your fit. And you made sure that you grab the coldest fit that you could find in your closet as you're trying to fish for those compliments because you have low self-esteem and you want validation from others to make you feel good. But that's besides the point. You wear your fit and you go downstairs to eat your breakfast. After, your mama wants you to take that first day of school photo. Look at my handsome son going back to school. My son is now in 10th grade. What a blessing. Smile for me, baby. You know your wife ain't smiling. You're tired and dreading the fact that you have to go to school. But ain't nobody care about how you feel. Your dumb ass still gotta go. You're gonna miss your bus. So you finally leave your house and catch the bus. You arrive to school and boy oh boy, it's been a while of you being there. The school building, the reception, the hallways, the playground, the canteen, the classes, the students and the teachers. It's just all too familiar. At first you feel a bit of anxiety, which is normal because it's the first day of school since 2 months. You're seeing new faces, but you also see some faces that you're familiar with, like your friends. At least you get to see your school friends that you haven't seen in forever. Like, that's always nice. You link up with your school friends and they say, "Yo, Gina, my boy, it's been a while, bro. How you been, bro? How is your summer break?" And it's difficult for you to answer because you know damn well all you did the whole summer was play video games from morning to midnight. So you sweating talking about, I just chilled at my house. And the friend is talking about, "Bro, what? That's lame as hell. Me and Joshua, we had the greatest summers of our lives. We literally toured around Europe, met Cristiano Ronaldo, and went to a Playboy Cardi concert. We went jet skiing, hiking. We did everything, man. I just wish you was with us to experience it, man." Your friends basically remind you how boring your life was during the summer, but it's all good. You ask your friends what schedule they got for the school term. They tell you their schedule, but you find out that you're not going to be in the same classes as them.
So sad.
Man, y'all ain't gonna be in the same class as me, bruh. Oh my God, dog. Now school's gonna be hell, bruh. It's time for you to go to your first lesson. And you're probably late because you spend an eternity trying to figure out where the lesson is. You ask one teacher nearby where your class is, and he talking about, take your first left, and then once you take down the stairs, take your first right, and then do a U-turn into the interjunction. And then once you reach the interjunction, you must take 10 kilometers to the left. And as soon as you take 10 kilometers right, you take 1 step to the right. Brother's giving more directions than the GPS, bruv. But by some miracle, you figure out where your class is. But when you arrive to class, you're in for a rude awakening as everyone is staring at you because you're the last person to enter the class. The teacher's yapping, talking about, "You're 15 minutes late. How dare you? Go sit down and open your book." And you ain't trying to hear all of that garbage, bro. It's 8 AM in the morning. You're tired. So you just sit your ass at the back of the class. The teachers want to do them icebreakers talking about, "So class, I want you to introduce yourself and say 3 things interesting about you." I hate when they ask this because I wouldn't even know what to come up with. My name is Jun and 3 things interesting about me. I like to sleep, play Fortnite, and goon. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? But I bet that nerd sitting at the front of the class will be like, "Hey, my name is Gregory and I like doing homework, reading books, and studying."
Get the fuck up, nigga. For once.
Some more time, you just want to sleep the whole lesson. But you can't sleep because the class clown is yapping with the trash jokes, the hot Cheeto girls making those annoying sounds with her phone, and the TikTok kid always be shouting brain rock slang, talking about skibby toilet oiled up, yeah, let's raise up Miss Henderson, and you know what I'm trying to say. And the teacher's out here giving his life story on what he did in the summer, like we actually care or something. Like, bro, shush. It's just too much chaos and you just want the bell to ring, bro. And when it rings, you just get up out of there very quickly without a trace. You start running to the canteen as fast as you can to grab some lunch. But to be honest with you, you waste his precious energy doing that. My boy, you're running for school food like this and this. You think that they're gonna make the food any edible? I can't even lie to you, you're seriously mistaken, bro. If you eat this food, you will 100% leave the school bathroom on life support. Speaking of the school bathroom, the things that happen inside that bathroom is indescribable. The first day of school is not an exception. There's literally fights, barber sessions, people doing the hot box sessions, people recording cringy TikToks, and plain degeneracy. And nothing will change, and the fact of the matter is it's gonna be more prominent this year. So now you just wanna finish all the classes and go home. In the last period, the teacher reminds you of the homework that you were supposed to do in the summer break. You know that you didn't do any homework, bruh. So you gotta do the detention after school for 1 hour. And in that detention, you gotta complete homework. This is the beauty of prison. I mean the beauty of school. Join the Patreon or channel membership for early access to all my videos, access to blocked videos that I'll never share publicly, and uncensored content that's too explicit for YouTube. I'm out. Cheers.